You're listening to the Night Demon Network. Go to nightdemon.net/subscriber to unlock more exclusive content.
Hello and welcome to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. I'm your host Nesbit, and it's fall of 2024, and we're still on the road with King Diamond and Overkill. Just played Montreal, Quebec, a show that I was there for. Still in Canada now. They're heading off to Mississauga, Ontario. So let's jump back into it. This is the King Diamond Tour.
Following night, Sunday, November 3rd, 2024, we are in Mississauga, Ontario. So basically, this is a suburb of Toronto, a city that we love and have played many times.
So next up, we've got the GCT Theater in Mississauga. Now we're getting a little bit closer to back to, the next date will be after that is in Detroit. So this is getting close back to the border. The other side of, pretty right on top of Lake Ontario there, and right around the corner from Buffalo, New York, places like that. We're getting close to back to the States. Ontario, Canada. This was an interesting one. This was a casino kind of thing. Yeah, nestled within Canada's largest and newest casino resort. It's a cutting edge sound and lighting.
This venue was kind of part of this casino, and it was a huge, huge room. It was not full by any means, but that's not saying much. There were still thousands of people there.
I think we're looking at, according to our sheets here, the capacity is 3,411 people. Holy shit. I do not think there was close to that many people there, but, it's all good. This place had all the bells and whistles and all the hospitality and all that kind of killer stuff,
One thing about the loadout, so this is like a big corporate casino venue, and there's these huge loading docks, and they have these trucks out there. Well, we come out, and the van is our rental van is smashed up in the back, and I guess apparently one of our crew guys had backed up into something, but we thought that somebody hit us. So we were trying to figure this out. I don't think he knows he backed up into something. It was probably kind of a slow thing that happened, and it was dark out there, but I don't know. It was just one of these mysteries, and I was already kind of burnt out on tour, so it was I just kind of threw my hands in the air. This is why you buy insurance, people. When you rent a vehicle, always buy the insurance. At this point of the tour, I'm getting a little burnt out. I could say safely that I'm getting a bit tired. My voice is getting a bit tired. But it was a huge stage. It was a nice backstage. I remember having a really good time up there on stage.
So I found a review of the show here from themetalpit.org by Taita Nunez, November 3rd, 2024. Opening the night, Night Demon took the stage with a vengeance, kicking things off with Outsider. The crowd responded immediately to the band's classic metal energy, with riffs that seemed to echo the spirits of new wave of British heavy metal and a stage presence that was tight, powerful, and intense. One of the best power trio bands I have ever witnessed live. They sounded amazing and showed the harmony they have playing together. Ah, yes. All right, pretty good words so far. Let's see what else we got here. The band worked through crowd favorites like Screams in the Night and Dawn Rider, and they played each song with laser-focused precision. Jarvis Leatherby's powerful bass lines cut through the room, anchoring their performance as Armand John Anthony delivered one searing solo after another. Why, thank you very much. By the time they closed the night with Night Demon, the crowd was more warmed up. They were ready for the thrash assault that was about to come. Set list: Outsider, Screams in the Night, Dawn Rider, The Howling Man, Ritual, The Chalice, Night Demon. So there you go. A nice little review. It's always good to see a good review. I usually don't really search out reviews, but it's good to come across them and be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I'm not necessarily surprised, but, because I know we put on a good show and all that, but it's just cool to see some positive words.
Saw some friends, some journalists, did an interview with Belgian Jasper. Our friend Noel, who's a big-time promoter out there, his son's a big Night Demon fan, so we got to outfit him with some Night Demon gear. It was really nice to see him there. I always appreciate that when younger people get into the band, especially if they have older family members that know us. I always kind of like take a lot of pride in that and kind of just want to make those younger people feel really special, that like the band cares about them and that we really appreciate them being into the music, and we want to inspire them to do their own music and to support more bands like us. So that was cool.
So we rocked the casino. I remember going around and, checking out the sites after the show, seeing what's going on in the great Canadian Toronto casino. So after Mississauga, we're back on the road to Detroit, Michigan, back in the good old US of A. So as I mentioned before, this is where it starts to get tricky with the crew. If I'm not mistaken, I do remember this. There's actually a place, there's a city in Ontario, Canada, called London, like London, England, which is about halfway through where we were going on our way. So I'm pretty sure that's where we stayed that night. And then that next morning, the guys and girl jumped on a bus, Greyhound, some kind of transit, over to Detroit so that we could cross the border with only U.S. citizens. If I'm not mistaken, I think Laura was with us because we could kind of get away with her being, Jarvis's girlfriend, just hanging out on the tour, not a big deal, kind of a typical story. So, but we definitely sent the Joaos. And according to them, from what I remember, it was a really smooth thing. I mean, they went over the border. They just, as they usually do, they get everybody out, check their passports and all that stuff. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, we're just traveling, hanging out, buddies, going to shows, doing all that kind of stuff. We also had to make sure that they weren't wearing any of the Night Demon gear because they do have like crew shirts and stuff like that. So make sure that that's not with them. Don't give it away. And they made it over. And I think there was a couple of funny stories from those guys about the ride over. I remember one specific thing is that they said there was somebody in front of them when they were going through the line at customs or whatever. And the guy, the agent had asked them, if they had any drugs or something like that. And they said, yes, drugs. Like they didn't speak very good English. I don't know where they were from, but, not knowing what they were saying yes, they had drugs. And then they asked them about, any kind of like agriculture, or, that kind of stuff. They ask you about plants or food or stuff like that. And they said no, but then it turned out that they had like a bag full of like some kind of plants or something crazy like that. So just funny shit to basically where like they were too caught up with these other people that, were obviously in violation of some things. And our guys just got through without any big deal. So that was great. So we met them, wherever at the bus station, picked them up, and we were back in the game, back on the road to rock Detroit, Michigan. Detroit Rock City.
Monday, November 4th, Metal Monday, Detroit, Michigan. We played at the legendary Masonic Temple. This place is definitely a thing of legend. It's a very old Masonic temple. It's a beautiful building. I can't even tell you how many rooms or how many floors are in this place, but it's a massive old school building.
So the Masonic Temple in Detroit is really, really cool. It's the biggest Masonic temple in the world. And yeah, you gotta like look up a picture even of the outside of this building. It's like something out of Ghostbusters. So it was very cool to get in there and be able to run around and explore, you know.
The venue here, the Masonic Cathedral. Yeah, this place is really cool. Super old school, Masonic building. If you know anything about the Masons, they build some really cool kind of architectural kind of stuff. It's really, really classic. Yeah, this place is huge. This is one of those places that you're like, okay, where are we? This is definitely like a total Gothic, kind of theater that you're going to find in Europe somewhere. You don't see too many buildings like this in the States, but so really, really cool.
I didn't get to tour around it. I think, the Masons kind of, even though it's like this kind of open thing now, people kind of know about this, and Freemasons wear rings and insignia and have handshakes, and like people kind of know about them. They actually advertise now, like become a Mason. But part of the secret society thing still exists, and there are a lot of rooms in this place that are forbidden to go to. But I tried to sneak around as much as I could, and it was a beautiful building.
There's all kinds of wee windy corridors, and well, even the event halls in there are great. So the show was in not the biggest hall, but the second one. So I think it's called like the church or the cathedral or something like that, and it looks kind of churchy in there. But so the big hall was free, so actually King's catering was like on the stage there, so that was kind of cool to like, grab something and sit on this big old stage and look out into this huge big Masonic auditorium. Like, it was pretty awesome.
We played there's two venues here. We played in what's called the Cathedral, and it's kind of set up like an old church. It was really, really, really amazing. Stage size not that big, but we did have a pretty great show. At this point in the tour, we are bringing back Dawn Rider and kind of keeping the set that way. And I believe for the remainder of the tour, it stays the same with Dawn Rider there in the middle. Again, we're playing, 7 songs tonight, just a 30-minute set. But we're getting some more representation here with Darkness Remains, kind of switching out a Darkness Remains song each night. But yeah, I mean, it was a bitch of a load-in, I'll say that, getting up all these stairs and loading docks from the parking lot in and out. But this is the price you pay for playing cool, big-ass venues, so no real complaints there.
I remember the load-in being kind of gnarly. Lots of stairs. I think they had one kind of freight elevator to get stuff up to the ballroom that we played at, but that's about it. So everything else was, taking stairs and up and down,
I think this was one of the nights where King's stage setup was like too big for the stage, because he's got the like 2-tiered staircase, which is really, really tall. So yeah, logistically just a nightmare for everybody. But yeah, so I think he might have been brushing the ceiling again that night. But yeah, I think things were maybe with the staircase and stuff running behind a bit. Like, I remember Overkill doing their sound check, and it was getting later and later, and eventually, like, Ryan, their lighting guy, just said to me, like, here, just go ahead, just set up your shit, because I always got to wait for them. So I did, and as we changed over, just that, like, him booting his system down and me jumping on, like, the hazer went off and kind of, like, really, really pumped an awful lot of haze for a few minutes, and then Overkill were like, hey, cut the fucking haze, and it was like, all right, well, fucking hurry up then. So, yeah, I remember that it was, a wee bit tight on time and stuff, but again, I think it was, an older venue that just has like a whole bunch of white power can lights, so there was kind of only so much I could do anyway. So yeah, a challenging enough one, but just a super cool building to be in. And then merch was down in the lobby, and it's really beautiful, you know, just everything's really ornate, and it's just fun to be able to creep around a creepy old building like that.
So for one of the biggest venues in the tour and one of the most ornate, I think this show had the smallest dressing room of the tour. It was literally like a theater, like a makeup room, because they had those kind of mirrors with the lights kind of, going up and around them. So, yeah, funny stuff.
Detroit's a very cool city. They've had some hard times recently, obviously, economically, and but they're resilient. And these working class towns of the Midwest, we really identify with the fans there, and we always have a really good time. And of course, playing in a church-like environment in a historical Masonic Temple, you can't get more metal than that, right?
Well, here's another kind of cool little fact here. Turns out that Jack White is widely credited with saving the historic building from foreclosure in 2013 when he anonymously paid off $142,000 in back taxes. In honor of his donation, the temple temporarily renamed its cathedral theater the Jack White Theater. Right on. Props to Jack White for that. You got to keep these kind of places alive, man. It's just crazy that such a historical building can just fall off the wayside like that and get foreclosed on. So again, just really, really stoked to play places like this. Getting these opportunities are really, really cool. Amazing, amazing places. These are the type of places you walk in, you just feel the energy, It's kind of definitely probably some haunted shit going on in that place. So, probably just another standard kind of kick-ass night in Detroit Rock City.
Well, that's it for this week. Toronto, Detroit. We'll pick it up next week with Night Demon's triumphant return to Cleveland, Ohio. Their home away from home. So, as always, I'll remind you about the subscriber section on nightdemon.net. And check out the website for all the info about that, the benefits and the bonus content. Tons of live shows, countless live tracks, all on nightdemon.net. All things Night Demon. Check out the website. Until next week, this is Nesbitt signing off.
Thanks for listening to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. Head over to nightdemon.net click on the subscriber tab and sign up to access exclusive weekly bonus content. If you would like to donate to support the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast, you can do so through PayPal at paypal.me/nightdemonmetal. Additionally, if you have not already done so, please subscribe, like, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts.
All hail, Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. This is Dusty Squires chiming in to tell you about my brand new signature sticks from the London Drumstick Company. I've dreamt of having my very own drumsticks ever since I was a wee lad, and LDC made that a possibility for me. Founded in 2016 in London, England, the birthplace of heavy metal, the London Drumstick Company has trailblazed a path through the music industry and taken the drummer world by storm. When I met them for the first time, they knew their product was going to withstand the beatings of a Night Demon show. They took the time to work with me on getting everything just right. The balance and weight of my sticks are the same no matter what, and the durability is bar none the best I've ever had. I know my sticks will last through the set night after night. I'm truly honored to work with a company that caters to their players the way LDC does. Their innovation and attention to detail is what separates them from the rest of the stick makers out there. Their custom stick sleeves are unbelievable and really make the entire presentation complete. Wait until you see the design they came up with for me. It blew my mind and was a surprise to say the least. They have all kinds of amazing swag, including hoodies, t-shirts, drummer shorts, drum keys, stick bags, towels, face masks, practice pads, and much, much more. Even if you're not a drummer, you can be a part of Demon history and order my brand new signature sticks direct from their website. How cool is that? And to top it off, the London Drumstick Company are giving an exclusive offer to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. Go to londondrumsticks.co.uk and receive a 15% store-wide discount using promo code DEMONSTICKS. All capital letters, no spaces, Demon Sticks. DEMONSTICKS. I can't thank everyone there enough for the opportunity to be a part of their family and for them trusting me with their amazing products. See you metal maniacs on the road very soon. And yes, the wood chips will be flying.
Greetings, boils and ghouls. This is your comrade, the Crypt Keeper here, reporting dead from the sanctuary of the strange. Tonight's macabre myth is a fright-filled feature, one overflowing with monsters, madness, and magic.
Visit our website at monstersmadnessandmagic.com to stay up to date on all the dark dealings within the sanctuary of the strange. Enjoy the show.
Hey Metalheads, I'm Mark and I host the Metal Forge. Let me tell you about the show. The Metal Forge features the best underground metal from all over the world. We spend every week with a different artist with interviews, in-depth conversations, and most of all, the music. We also feature audience interactivity where you can submit your questions to the upcoming guests. New episodes are out every Friday at noon Eastern Time at metalforgeradio.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Want to know what's going on in the world of music? Then tune in to the Nothing Shocking Podcast, a non-genre based, all-ages friendly rock and roll program. Join us weekly for interviews with all your favorite rock stars from the mainstream to the underground. You can find us at nothingshocking.libsyn.com or anywhere you download podcasts.
Okay, metalheads, you've been complaining that there has not been a channel that plays all of the heavy metal videos from past, present, and future for years and years at this point. Well, that time is over. Heavy Metal Television is back. HeavyMetalTelevision.net is the website. Go there. You can see videos playing 24/7, 365, all the time. All the best from the old school, the new school, and everything in between. Check it out, HeavyMetalTelevision.net. It is where the metal is.